Hey there, and welcome back to the show. I've got a challenge for you today. So, we are talking about how to boss up, and this is the number one thing you can do to guarantee that you boss up. So, for those who don't know, boss up just means business owner success strategies. So, it's how to be successful in your business, whether you're self employed or you have a company. And the UP is about unlocking your personal potential, your ability to earn profits, and how you connect with other people. Because listen, we can't have a business without people. We need people and we need profits because it's not even considered a business unless you are generating revenue and putting some bucks in your bank account. And I don't mean just going to expenses, but providing you with the life that you want. I believe having a business or being self-employed gives you opportunity to heal your limiting beliefs and your past, to have anything that you want, although there is a practice of having this. Just having a business doesn't mean you're going to be able to have what you want. There is a practice to be able to receive what you want to have. And the third thing is you get to help people. So those are the three H's, why I do business. And today we're going to talk about the one thing that you need to do in order for you to boss up, grow your business, your profits, your ability to reach your own potential. So if that is something that you are interested in, buckle up. We're going to go on a little ride. So this is a challenge that I am going to offer you to do along with me because it is something that I am working on myself. And that is the responsibility challenge. How can you take 100% responsibility for all of the results in your life? The situation that you find yourself in, the problems that you are currently solving, as well as the results that you are receiving. How can you take responsibility? I see so many people, including myself, pass this one off. And if you get this one thing, I swear it will change the trajectory of where you're going, your ability to grow your business. It'll change your relationships, your life, your profits, and also your future. Because the more money you make, the more that you can prepare for the future. Because our goal is in Boss Up, the goal is that you have money that is generating more income while you sleep than while you're awake. Isn't that fascinating? But first, you have to figure out how to create a sustainable, predictable, and profitable business so that you can have the revenue and the profits to put into investing so that that can make more money. But listen, you have to take responsibility for that. Government's not going to do it. Your employer's not going to do it. Your company is not going to do it for you. Your employees not going to do it. You have to take responsibility for it. So the very first thing you have to do is decide that you want it. And then maybe even do a little inquiry around why do you want it? Because it's so easy to say, oh, yeah, I want to make $1 million or I want to make 100 million or whatever, throwing that out there, but not really knowing why. Like money wants to know where it's going to go. So if I say my target is $5 million, I know where that money is going to be allotted to. I'm going to take responsibility for the goal that I set, for the targets that I hit, and then what I do with the results. I have to take responsibility for that. But first, I have to take responsibility for the things that I'm not doing. I'm not saying, I am not showing up for. And I could say there's a lot of things. I like to pawn things off. I like to pay people to do things so I don't have to do it. And then I get upset if it's not done. But you know what? It is my job to take care of myself. It is not someone else's. Not something I can pawn off to someone else and just expect them to read my mind and get it done without me, right? It is my job to develop my people, to develop the relationships that I want with my children and grandchildren and husband of 30 something years. It is my responsibility to have the relationship with my clients so that they get what they need, so that I deliver what they paid for. That is my responsibility. It's my responsibility to show up every single morning and inspire and motivate and teach and challenge. And that is what I do. For those of you who don't know, we meet 5 mornings a week, Monday through Friday, from 8:15 to 9 Central Standard Time. We are working the process, how to network, how to talk to people, how to deliver your message, how to make an offer, how to go through the sales cycle, how to follow up. So it is challenging, it is invigorating, it is inspiring. The best part is you are getting the correct information. But first, you have to take responsibility for getting it. And that means you have to choose. So that was the first part, choose. Choose that you want to grow your business, that you want to create more impact, you want to help more people, and you want to earn more profit. You have to choose, and you have to know why you're choosing it. Why is that important to you? The second thing you have to do is you have to figure out the way to get there. And so whatever that goal is that you set, you determine a way to achieve it. Now, it does not mean that that is exactly how it's going to turn out. Be very careful with that. You just have to come up with a way that it is possible. So, have you seen someone else do it? Has someone shown you how to do it? Have you been trained in doing it? Like, what is the math and the path in order to attain that result that can be proven, whether you've done it yourself before or you have seen someone else do it? The third step is for you to become that person already. So I have to be the $5 million business owner now. I have to be the leader of that team now. I have to be the deliverer of the content. I have to be the marketer. I have to be the salesperson. I have to take responsibility for my clients getting results. I know a lot of you have heard coaches who say it's on them. I actually don't believe that way. I am at my 30-year anniversary in business, and I've always felt it was my responsibility to deliver what people were paying me for. And I think that might be a lost art today. There is a lot of entitlement and escaping responsibility and making excuses and then justifying those excuses. And guys, that is just going to hurt you. You have to be open to receiving another knowing, different information. And you have to be able to say, that's on me. I can see where I didn't complete that. I can see where I didn't do that. I can see where I tried to pawn that off to someone else. I am the person who is responsible for creating that result. I'm also the person who shows up and does the math and the path. Like, so if I say I have to go and find 300 clients this year in order to reach that goal, that's my job. That's my responsibility. I have to figure out how to do it. Am I going to do it through networking? Am I going to do it through referrals? Maybe it's like I've offered my clients a referral fee if they send anyone in to the organization. It's a way that I help my clients earn more money in their business. Am I going to do it through Facebook ads? Am I going to do social selling? Like, how am I going to find those 300 people? Is it going to be on my podcast? Is it going to be on the YouTube channel? Is it going to be on Facebook, Instagram, in someone else's community? Like, where am I going to find those people? That is who I am today. I am the person who knows what I want, knows what I need to do to get it, and I'm doing it. That's three things. That's taking responsibility. The last thing is, what do I quit doing? What do I give up? I will have to give up something to get something else. There's no way around that. I might have to give up some habits and behavior. I might have to give up an attitude. I might have to give up an old belief system. Maybe I'll give up time. Maybe I'll sacrifice something in order to have something else. Maybe it's friends. Maybe it's clients who don't align. Maybe it's coaches who don't align. Maybe it's communities who don't support. But somehow, somewhere, there will be something that I have to release. I have to quit doing and I have to start doing something else. Because if I keep doing what I've always done, I'm going to keep getting who I've been. And if I want to change that, I have to take responsibility for changing it. And I'm going to tell you, I believe cutting away is the hardest part. It's been in my experience and it's what I see with my clients. So whenever I have clients who are moving from, whether they are going from like, I have clients who start at zero because they've been in a career and they decided to become a coach and then become a business owner. And I do not refuse them if they are committed to the process and they're willing to do hard things. So some of them have started at zero and gotten to $70,000, $100,000. Some of them have come in from other industries and we want to double what they're doing there because we already know that they can do what they were doing there. The goal is not to keep doing what you've been doing. The goal is to double or 10x what you've been doing. Just add a zero to it and then follow the process. But first, you have to decide what it is that you want. You have to commit to yourself, to the goal, to the people that you will serve, to your family. You have to commit 100% all the way through and take responsibility for that commitment. And then you have to show up as the person who has already done it, the person who is responsible. That does not give excuses. That does not justify, doesn't rationalize it, doesn't explain why it's not happening. You got to quit that. I call it jeering, justify, excuse, explain, and rationalize. You can't do it. You have to take responsibility. And jeering is not taking responsibility. Jeering is validating the excuses and it's keeping you stuck where you are. Instead, you have to call yourself out. You got to come clean. You got to expose what you have not done or what you've been doing that's in the way. And that is the future you. That is the you that gets to the next step, that gets to the next goal. And then the very last thing, what are you going to release this week? Is it a habit? Is it not getting up and going to the gym? Is it not writing down your goals? Is it not eating good, healthy food that keeps you energized? Or maybe it's stinking thinking. Maybe it's babysitting your negative beliefs and your excuses. What is it for you that you have to dispose of? Is it conversations with people who don't support you that unsell you? Maybe you have to give up time to go learn marketing and sales and branding. Maybe you have to give up an extra hour of sleep. Deadhead conversations or dead end conversations. Maybe it's like chit chatting at a coffee shop. Maybe you have to give that up. You have to do something different while you're there. But it will be required for you to do all four of these things. And that is you taking responsibility. So my challenge for you this week is, where can you identify where you haven't taken responsibility and then commit to taking responsibility today? What does that look like? What are you making excuses about? Who are you complaining about? What are you pointing the finger at? Are you willing to stop doing that? Turn it inward, point the finger here, take the responsibility yourself, call yourself out on the excuses. Not easy to do, by the way. We have a lot of resistance about being wrong, but I want to offer you to think about it differently. Instead of thinking, I'm wrong or I've been wrong, could you think, I've had the wrong information? I was given the wrong information. I was taught entitlement. I was taught that it would just be handed to me, that all I had to do was show up. I was taught that excuses are valid. I was taught that it's okay to drop the focus or the goal or the target. That misinformation, I can take responsibility for. It's not that I'm wrong. It's just that I was given the wrong data and I believed it. and it led me to the wrong place. So that you could take responsibility for. It's not as a big of a hit for the ego. Just think about it. Where can you take responsibility? Like when I look at my body, my weight, my health, my money, my team, my clients' results, my results, where can I take responsibility for the results that I have right now so that I can go and get the results that I want in the future? All right, my friends, that's what I have for you. If you're interested in Boss Up, if you want to learn about sales and marketing and mastering becoming a business owner, becoming self-employed, how to grow your team and develop your team, and let us help you, reach out to me, like send an email, click on the link below, and let's hop on a call and let's talk about how I can help your company increase revenue, develop your people, and create more impact in the world. All right, my friends, have a good one.